What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Forza Horizon 4. Today I'm going to be customizing the Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato. This is a barn find. It's personally the third barn find I've found. I'm not sure if barn finds, you just kind of get them randomly, but for me it's the third one. And I thought today we'd do some stuff with this car, see what we can do, make it a little bit crazy perhaps. That's what we like to do on this channel, at least at the moment. So I was going to do a drift build with this car. I actually started recording a video doing that, but it didn't really turn out very well, so instead we're going to just make a rally car because, well, I think rally cars are the funnest things to make in this game. So that's what we're going to do. So because of that, because I have already gone through and built some of this car, you know, done a build on this car, I have already got quite a few upgrades and stuff. Now, firstly, engine. We're actually not going to change the engine. We can put the 3.2 litre i6 in it, but we're not going to, because I don't think we're going to go too crazy with this car. We're probably, I always say we're probably not going to go full out with upgrades and then we end up doing it anyway. I really don't think we're going to do it with this car. I really don't want to make this thing too undrivable. We might go top of A class, maybe a little bit into S class, depending on how we're feeling. We're going to make it all-wheel drive because this is going to be a rally car. It really should be all-wheel drive. We're also, should we stick a turbo on it? I think we're going to stick a turbo on it. It needs a turbo. Why not? Of course, we're going to go for Forza. Actually, no, we're not going to go for Forza Aero. We're going to go for some more rally-looking aero. We will stick the Forza wing on the back, though, because we don't have another choice. We've got this kind of bumper bar thing in the back, but we're not going to go for that. And then for the hood, I've already checked because I've already bought it. We can use that hood. We're going to do that because I think it does look a bit better. And it actually does save a bit of weight. Now, of course, we're going to go for the rally tyres because we're making a rally car out of this thing. We'll go 245s on the front and 285s on the back. That's pretty good. That's pretty decent for tyres. You're not going to get much better than that, to be honest. Drivetrain and stuff, we'll just max out all this. We might as well. It's power that I'm not going to be maxing out because, well, at least I don't think I'm going to be maxing out, because it does get a little bit too ridiculous and not very drivable. We found that out with the Escort that we did last time. Race brakes, of course. We're going to want rally suspension, rally springs and dampers, anti-roll bars, of course. I think we're also going to put a roll cage on there just to kind of help us out a little bit. And then we'll dump all the weight out of it, make it pretty light. We might as well. If we're going to go top of A class, we don't have much to work with, so we'll go for an exhaust, stick that on there. And then, you know, because it adds a decent amount of weight, it also gets, it adds a decent amount of power, it gets rid of a bit of weight, so that's always good. Then we'll just start sticking some parts on. I think we are just going to go, we should try top of A class because we haven't done a car. I mean, both cars that we've done so far have been just ludicrously crazy cars. So I kind of want to notch it down a bit and see if we can have something maybe a little bit more civilized. So if we can go 799 right there. Is there any power parts? Yes, there is. We can get another 4 horsepower with that. Can we be lucky and get a flywheel on? Yes. Okay, we can get a street flywheel on as well. That saves us, it saves us £2, a whole £2. There we go. Everything, every little thing helps. So there we have it. That is our rally Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato. Bit of a tongue twister name, bit of a long name, but let's see if this thing can cope with the dirt better than the last Escort did. Alright, we're here. It's raining, which is great, which is really, really great. I've just gone to the first new off-road race that was near to me because I still currently haven't got all the fast travel boards yet, so I can't fast travel anywhere and I can't do it for free either. I mean, the money doesn't really bother me. You make money so quickly in this game, especially with the wheel spins, that it's crazy. So money's not an issue. It's just I can't fast travel to random places. I can't fast travel anywhere other than, you know, the Horizon Festival and my houses. So a bit of a pain at the moment. I really need to try and get those fast travel boards, but I haven't really bothered with it at the moment. So it means that at the moment, the only way to do races is just to drive to them and just kind of go with it. So I just picked the newest race in the career mode for me. That was to me. Was that a sentence? Sure. Let's just go with that. So I don't think this one is very off-roady, to be honest. We're doing a bit of crashing at the moment, which isn't great. I don't think this is the most off-roady race. As you can see here, there's quite a lot of on-road. I think it's actually more on-road than off-road, but you know what, we just wanted to get a drive of this thing, and it's wet as well, so that's always gonna be interesting. Now, one thing I can say, this is definitely the nicest car to drive I've had so far. Out of the, what, 3 cars I've done videos on so far, this is by far the easiest. I mean, it's to be expected though. Those are all in S1 class and had ridiculous amounts of power, and were just too much for them to handle. This is a car that I've actually, you know, I've dumbed down a little bit. I've kind of been like, you know what, we're not going super crazy for this car. I just want a car that will actually be able to race. Yeah, maybe an Aston Martin DB4 isn't really what you'd expect to go rally racing, with the amount that these things probably cost, but yeah, it's what I went with. So yeah, it drives pretty well. It actually drives it very nicely. This is just A class, so obviously it's not the quickest thing in the world, but especially compared to what I have been driving around in these videos, but it's very controllable. Perhaps a little understeery at times. I mean, to be honest, I did go into that corner a little bit deep, so that's not great, but you know, it is all-wheel drive now with that conversion, so yeah, it tends to be a bit understeery. It's sad. I'm a bit disappointed that this track doesn't have more off-road. It actually copes really well on the on-road. I just wanted to do some off-roading with it. Oh, we got a bit of a tank slapper. That was a bit of a tank slapper. Yeah, I wish this track had a bit more off-road to it, but oh well, after this race, oh actually, depending with the time that it's taking, we're probably not going to be able to do much after this race. I might very briefly just drive off-road a little bit for the outro, but that's going to be about it, I think. Come on, turn Aston. Not really the car you'd expect, is it, to be off-roading, let's be honest. We're also beating it up a little bit by crashing into some walls and stuff, but that's fine, that's fine. The good old Forza engineers, the Horizon engineers, they're very good, they do their magic, so the car will be fine after the race. But yeah, it's driving pretty well. I don't really know what else to say. Like I said earlier, I think I said it earlier, I tried doing a drift build of this car. It didn't work out. I don't know, I'm not very good at drifting in any game, and yeah, I can't really build cars either. I don't mess around with the tuning and stuff, I just can't be bothered with it. If I spent time and kind of looked into it, I could, but I personally haven't really bothered with that. So you know, I could have made this car decent at drifting, I think, if I spent a bit of time looking into how to properly tune cars, because I don't even know how to properly tune cars really, and then, you know, figuring out, okay, what's going to be best for this car, messing around with it a bit, but I don't have time for that, I can't be bothered with that, so I just thought, nah, I'm just going to do this into a rally video, because for me it's more fun. I don't really think drifting's that interesting, it's not my favourite thing in the world, and rallying is probably my favourite thing about Horizon. I love just making rally cars, so fun. You can make race cars in any game, but I don't know, there's something about rally cars in Forza Horizon that really interests me. So I thought, you know what, let's make a pretty damn old, what is this, like 19, I can't remember, I'm not going to say what year because I honestly can't remember. We're not in first place, which is a bit disappointing. Why aren't we in first? I don't think I've been pushing too hard. I've actually been trying to concentrate on commentating and not really been pushing for the lead too much. So you know what, these last couple of corners, let's really push this. I don't really want to hit him because that's just defeating the purpose. If we draft him, can we get a nice little slingshot to the end? He's got some pretty decent speed about him though, that's the problem. I don't think we are. Damn, that car, what is he driving? What is that? I don't even know what that is. He's got a bit of bloody speed about it, whatever it is. Isn't GTR? Oh yeah, that thing was bloody quick in a straight line. I had him in the corners, but Jesus, straight line speed, he was flying away from me. But yeah, Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato, or whatever it was called, pretty long name. I'm probably not going to go back into free roam, actually, I'll probably just leave it there. See, look at the money you get just for that race. What was that, like a 4.5 minute race? 5 minutes maybe? We got 26 grand, then another 6.5 grand. We've leveled up as well, and we've leveled up our dirt racing thing as well, which means we've unlocked a Ram, Power Wagon. We're going to get a wheel spin too, so let's end this video on the wheel spin, see what we get here for getting level 26. What will we get? Okay, that was a pretty shit wheel spin. We just got a bloody horn. could have been better. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.